Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about the Blue Yeti again because it's popular, captures good quality audio, and it's also affordable. However, the mic cable has a mini USB connector at one end and a standard USB-A plug at the other. Meanwhile, most modern computers now have at least one USB-C port, as do many smartphones. But since USB standards are backward compatible, my Yeti and my modern laptop and smartphone should be able to communicate. And amazingly, we can do it for under $10. There are two ways to connect the Blue Yeti to a USB-C port. The first is to use a USB-C to USB adapter and then plug the Blue Yeti cable into the adapter. I've covered that in a previous video about connecting a Blue Yeti to a smartphone, but it also applies to connecting a Yeti to a computer. I'll include a link to that video up there. The other method is to replace the original USB cable that came with the Yeti with a mini USB to USB-C cable. As usual, plug the mini USB connector into the USB port on the base of the Yeti. Then plug the USB-C end of the cable into the USB-C port on your device. This Ugreen mini USB to USB-C cable from Amazon has the correct USB connectors at each end, so let's see if it will work. First we'll try it with my Samsung A53 5G phone and then with my Windows 11 laptop. The cable is already plugged into the Yeti and I'll plug the USB-C connector into the phone. But first I'll start recording video on the phone using the camera app, and I'm also going to wear headphones since if this works I should get zero latency monitoring in my headphones. So here we go. The cable is now plugged in, and oh, there it goes. A message has popped up on the screen saying it's recording audio from the headset, which of course is the Yeti. You should have noticed a big difference. The audio from the Yeti is louder and clearer. But that's about a foot away from my mouth. Let's see what it's like a little bit closer. There's a spider on it. Go away, spider. I'm now about 6 inches away from the microphone. If I'm really close up, I'm probably about 2 inches away from the pop screen now. About 6 inches away from the pop screen, about 12 inches away from the pop screen. So that's actually not too bad. It's recording perfectly well into my Android phone. So let's see what it now sounds like on my Windows 11 laptop. Windows has immediately recognized the mic as a USB audio source and is setting up the microphone, and I think that's it now done. So let's hit record. I've got the Yeti at about 6 inches away from my mouth and I'm just speaking with my normal voice. The audio sounds fine in my headphones. So I'm happy that the new USB-C cable works with the phone and my Windows 11 laptop. So I'm calling the test complete. It works. Plainly, you can upgrade your Blue Yeti's microphone cable to USB-C. You'll be able to connect and record to computers and mobile devices with USB-C ports. The audio sounds good and is perfectly acceptable for YouTube and online streaming. If you're looking for a replacement cable or a longer cable for your Blue Yeti, check the description for a link to a list of some cables I've bought, tested, and I'm confident enough to recommend them because I know that they work. Please like, share and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. It helps me make more. And to make sure you don't miss any, hit that notification bell. Finally, you can find in-depth articles on my website, DIYvideostudio.com. I'll put a link in the description. I wish you well and look forward to seeing you again next time.